Guys, today we are trying out some new metal tones and maybe a little rock tones as well. So real quick, my good friend Riff with Cliff, you know, he works at Replay Guitar Exchange here in Tampa, Florida. I filmed there quite a bit, and of course I'm good friends with Cliff. Him and I do some collaborations, but he called me up a few weeks ago and was like, hey man, somebody just dropped off a bunch of pedals at the store. And I'm like, well, do you have any Overdrive pedals? And he's like, yeah, I've actually got this one right here, this MAXON Overdrive II Extreme. Now, of course, you guys are familiar with the Maxon OD808 and some of their other famous pedals, but I'd never actually played through one of these before, so like, hey, let's give it a try. Now, I'm going to test this out for the first time with you with my Blakstar HT-5RH MK III amplifier. It's like a little desktop amp here, so I figured I might as well just take you guys along on the journey with me, and let's test out some metal tones and some rock tones too. And actually, we're going to see what it sounds like on the clean channel. This is just the overdrive channel. The pedal is off. So here's what that sounds like. Then we'll click it on so you can hear the difference. Alright, so you can tell a little difference there. Not substantial. I mean, the amp distortion, this right here, sounds pretty good. Okay, that doesn't sound bad at all, but you do, like any amplifier, you do get a little bit of that, I don't know if the right word's a little of that flubbiness. Does that make sense? But it's like, it's the reason we put the overdrives in front of the amp, right? Because it cleans things up a little bit. Now we've got more tones to cover here, but a quick note on the settings. Let me just share these real quick with you. So the Blakstar amplifier, you can see we've got the ISF. Now this is unique to Blakstar here. You've got like more of an American sound versus a British sound, depending on which way you turn the knob there. But you can see my EQ is set pretty typical, I guess you could say. Nothing crazy. I've got my treble boosted. My mids are cut just a hair. Bass is pretty much straight up and down. I don't have the gain all the way up on this amp, as you can see. So it's kind of about, I don't know, between like 7 or 8 there, okay? So that, that sounds good to me. I just kind of dialed in what I thought would sound good here. Now the overdrive, when I click that on, I've got the typical metal settings here, right? I've got the drive all the way down and the level all the way up. Now I want to play around with this tone knob here. I've got it set, got the highs cut a little bit on this, so this is what it sounds like again. Turn the highs up. I prefer, out of those, I prefer the highs cut back just a little bit. That's one thing I noticed about this pedal. This is pretty sensitive. I mean, this tone knob here is pretty sensitive, which means you can get an array of sounds out of it. So I kind of like it like this. When I turn the highs up on this thing, I don't know, it's just too high. So I kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of that darkness to the tone, if you will. but still have it cut through the mix. So now I want to share just a couple of lead notes here. So what I'm going to do in this case, I'm actually going to turn the delay on in my studio. I've got this connected, by the way, the Blackstar, I've got it connected to my interface. I'm playing through a PreSonus Quantum 2 interface, and I'm using PreSonus Studio One to record this with. This is all direct here, by the way, what you're hearing guitar-wise. And of course, I'm using the Blackstar cab rig software for my IRs. It comes with that, which is pretty cool. Again, I've got videos. I'll share the links to the videos on this amplifier in the description. You guys can go check that out later. I'm going to turn the pedal off here in this case, and we'll just play just a couple of simple licks here. Alright, so right away you've got a bit more sustain, as you would expect from really any distortion pedal or overdrive pedal. But let's hear just another lick or two here. I'm going to turn it back off. And I've got this set up as if I were playing live. In other words, I might like a little bit more highs for the leads there. But if I'm playing live, well, I'm not going to bend over and change the knob, right? So I try to kind of set it to where I would like it for rhythm and lead, if that makes sense. When I'm playing live, the only thing I really want to change is maybe have a little bit more volume boost on my lead and definitely a little delay. Well, that's 2 clicks right there, and sometimes I just won't even click on the delay because a lot of times I'm singing and playing as well, so having to do all that. Anyway, I think that's why people use these processors, man. You can go from like a rhythm, it's got a specific setting, and then just go to a lead, and it sets your boost and delay and all that good stuff in 1 click. Anyway, that's a video for another day, right? I want to play this pedal on the clean channel, and there's a couple different things I want you to hear. So I'm going to switch the Blackstar over to the clean channel here. Let's just play that real quick, turn the pedal off, and this is just our typical clean here. Again, that's just the basic clean channel, no bells or whistles or anything. I left the delay on. I've never liked clean guitar tones to begin with, so it's like if I'm playing clean, I have to have some chorus or delay something, right? Anyway, so what I'm going to do with the pedal here is I'm going to go ahead and turn the level down. Let's turn it on. Got the level down to about midway because we had it cranked before. And I'm just going to throw a little bit of drive on here. Pretty cool, pretty gritty, and again, you can see where the settings are here. We've got the drive, you know, about like not quite halfway up there. Let me throw on the bridge pickup here. Let's try that out. Pretty cool. Now we're getting into more of like a kind of a gritty rock. I mean, you could go back and play like, you know, classic styles of rock or whatever. Hey, you could even play country with that if you wanted, right? Maybe not. I'm just kidding. If you like country, play country. So one more thing though, let's crank this drive up a little bit. bad. I mean, that's not ideal, obviously, for metal, so you definitely wouldn't use this pedal alone as like a metal pedal. Again, it's an overdrive pedal, so it's just there to kind of, you know, shape the tones and give a little grit when you're playing through a clean channel like this. Or, like we heard before, let's click back over to the overdrive channel. Let's go back to our settings here. Drive all the way up, level down. I goofed. I'm going to leave this in the video because I do make mistakes. I turned the level all the way down and the drive all the way up. Yeah, anyway, let's do that again. Oh man, I was like, why am I not getting any sound? What just happened? Alright, so here's the metal tone. Real quick guys, if you do not have my free metal guitar practice guide called Metal Riffs and Licks, grab a copy of that. There's a link in the description. I give this guide away to all of my YouTube subscribers, just my way of saying thank you. Now if you have my free practice guide, do check out my online guitar courses. I've got a course for beginners if you're just starting out or if you need to revisit the basics. Maybe you took a long break. I've talked to so many people over the years that have just come back to it after like taking 2, 3, or even a 10 or 20 year break. So Metal Guitar Apprentice is perfect to get back into it and just relearn or learn the fundamentals of heavy metal guitar. I also have a guitar course called Metal Riff Master. If you're at more of that intermediate level and you just want to learn some new riffs using a combination of different techniques and in different keys as well, then check out Metal Riff Master. Links for my free practice guide and my guitar courses are in the description of this video. Now, do any one of you out there actually own this pedal right here? Again, this is the Maxon Overdrive II Extreme pedal. I'd like to know in the comments, and I would love to know your thoughts, and of course the thoughts on the tones you heard in this video. Again, I'm using the Blakstar HT-5RH MK III amplifier. I actually have a ton of videos on this amplifier. If you want to see the core video that just shows you all the details and specs and an array of different tones of this amp and how to use this amplifier, I'll put the video up there so you can go check that out. If you're looking for more of my lesson-based videos, well, check out my Evil Metal Riff series. Part 1's right up there. It's a 3-part series. Pretty cool. I'm sure you'll love that. Guys, leave me any questions in the comments. I want to give a huge shout out to all of you for watching my videos and all the support. I appreciate you. Until next time, keep it metal, guys, and keep playing music.